Look, I know that y'all are tired of seeing me in this restroom, but I'm always getting ready for something. Also, I still can't find my mic and it's really loud in here. I'm sorry, bro. Look at my Band-Aid.
Rolls Royce pull up, black boy hop out. Shout out to my mother and my father who pull out. MSG sell out, fuck these niggas yap out. Whips on whips, my ancestors got me backside.
Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm actually getting ready to go visit my baby brother in the hospital. Again, my dad, at his big age, decided to have one more child. This isn't my first time seeing him, but the first time he saw me, I was bad built and busted, looking crusty, dusty, and musty in the face that I had just gotten off of work. Never again. He's starting to open his eyes more, so the first perception that he needs of his cool big sister is for that bitch to eat. I'm slaying on him. Period. Period. Ah, period. Period. Ah, period. I'm still mad that y'all made her famous. I hate y'all. Anyway, but while I'm going to be getting ready, I have to tell you guys about this story time. It's so funny because this story is so funny because it just goes to further prove that my theory that nice guys actually are not nice guys. I'm gonna tell you this story. So those of you who may or may not know, hi, my name is Kai, and I've been through a lot in the past year. I've said this in every video, but I just need you guys to know. And I'm gonna give people nicknames. So the guy I'm going to be mentioning in this story, we're gonna call him Todd. Why? Because I was just watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I think about Todd sometimes. Todd's kind of a cool husband sometimes, so we're gonna call him Todd. Todd, I literally don't know Todd like that. The only thing that I know about him is I know him through a mutual friend, and we went to high school together. Todd, the only thing that I knew about Todd for the longest time is that, one, he was friends with my friend and we had mutual friends in common, and two, he liked me. He liked me in high school, but never said anything to me, at all. One day, and I think it was a pep rally, and I was 16 because I was a sophomore in high school, because I literally went to Spanish class right afterwards, and some girls, or maybe it was one of, I can't remember which one of my friends it was. It was either a group of girls or it was a friend of mine who we didn't become friends until later, so I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if it's her for real, but they came up to me. They were like, oh my gosh, are you Kaya Williams? And I was like, yeah, girl. And she was like, oh my gosh, Todd has a crush on you. He was like, oh my gosh, that girl at the pep rally, she's so pretty and she's so funny, or she's so she's good, something like that. It was something along the lines of that. And no, y'all, I'm not just stroking my ego, this is literally what they said. And then I remember telling them, I was like, okay, well then tell Mark, come say, oh, I said his name. Oh, okay, Kaya, editing Kai, cut that out. I said, okay, well then tell Todd to come speak to me then. He never did. So fast forward, mind y'all, I don't know what Todd looks like. I kind of know of him, but I don't really know him like that. So then fast forward, I'm at the lunch table with a couple of my friends, and he comes over because there's friends at the table, mutual friend of mine, he's at the table. And they're like, oh, Kai, this is my friend Todd. And I was like, Todd, are you the one who was telling people that you had a crush on me? And he was like, yeah, that was me. And I was like, oh, you just never said anything about it? He was like, no. And that was it. That was the entire conversation. This is literally, this is because I was a sophomore year in high school. This is 5 years ago, mind y'all. So he just never said anything after that. So I thought that the crush was over. I didn't think he had a crush on me. He later then graduated, bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. Completely forgot about the nigga. The only reason why I know of his existence currently, or still acknowledge his existence currently, was because he was friends with someone who I was really close to, but we had only hung out in group settings twice. Or was it 3 times? No, it was twice. We literally only hung out twice in group setting because of this particular friend, you know. I didn't have a car, he didn't have a car type shit. So like whenever we would hang out in these group settings, our friend would like drive us around type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I knew about the nigga. And like y'all know, I like to be a friend of everybody. So, you know, I was like, okay, so then, oh, he's cool people. I can befriend him, whatever. This would make it more easier for said friend when we go out because there won't be any awkwardness, there won't be tension. So, I tried to befriend this nigga, right? This was my first mistake. So, this is my very first mistake. So, immediately when I started to try to become friends with him, he makes kind of very romantic advances at me, to which I ended up telling him very early on. I was like, hey, I'm not looking for anybody right now. Around the time that he, like, you know, was making romantic advances at me, y'all know, like, the story time that I've been alluding to that, like, I just never told because I don't know if I want to put that on YouTube. So some of the people who were like involved in that story actually like contacted me and pissed me off and triggered me, to which I went on this big rant on like Snapchat with like receipts, posting like screenshots. Like I was so pissed because I was like, the fucking audacity. And like this said guy, like he happened to be on like my private story because like him and I were like becoming like really cool people, but we hadn't talked about anything that just wasn't surface level shit. Our whole conversations, literally if you read them right now, were nothing but like memes, me telling him I hated him or calling him a racial slur, him calling me a racial slur of some kind, and that was it. That was the whole friendship. Even if you even want to call that a friendship. We were like in a group chat together with said friend and like my other friend, who I ended up finding out that after this whole thing happened, that nigga's not even friends with the other nigga. So he's literally just like, I guess, in the friend group because he's friends with one person. I'm sitting here, you know, thinking that like, oh, they all kick it with this nigga. That's why, you know, this nigga comes everywhere. No! The only person who was cool with him was the one mutual friend who used to drive us everywhere that, you know, we have in common. Cool, right? So the reason that I gave him for not wanting to like date him was, one, I was like, I'm still dealing with, like, I'm still not over the situation with like my ex and my ex best friend, all that good kind of shit. I don't want to get into like another relationship, whatever, bada bing, bada boom, bada bam. That's basically me telling him, hey, I'm not interested in you, whatever. To which I followed up that message, because that wasn't the only thing that I told him. To which I followed that message, I was like, I'm just, you know, I'm not interested in you like that. That's what I said. I'm not interested in you like that. And then I gave him that other bullshit. So it was kind of like, not necessarily like the reason that I gave him was bullshit, because it wasn't. I really was not over my ex. Not like in a romantic sense, but like the thought of that nigga used to make me so angry. Like it used to make me physically angry type shit. I wasn't over that. I wasn't over, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't ready for a relationship. Also, I did not want that nigga. I wasn't attracted to him. He's cool people. Like he could be, you know, really funny sometimes. But other than that, y'all, I did not want this nigga by any means. By any means. And I told him that on multiple occasions. If I have some of our screenshots, because I blocked him, like I deleted him like off of everything, because I genuinely think that this nigga is deranged. But I would always be like, oh friend, you're such a good friend. Or when he used to like, for instance, him and I were supposed to hang out on multiple occasions because I was like, oh yeah, like we could kick it, we can, you know, be cool, whatever, cordial. But then this is where the shit started to get weird. Hold on, y'all. I can't do my eyebrows and talk, so hold on. Another thing that I literally forgot to mention is I don't know if I necessarily told him directly. Ooh. Or if I ended up just telling the mutual friend that we had in common. But I no longer am dating friends of a friend. Like, I'm so serious. If I don't know you, like, personally, or if I don't get to know you, like, on my own, I'm not fucking with you. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all why. So, the whole situation with my ex-boyfriend and then my ex-best friend and all that good kind of stuff, I ended up dating the nigga who did me so fucking wrong because my best friend was like, fuck with this nigga, da-da-da-da, you know, but while he was doing me dirty, they were not telling me shit about it. So because of that situation, because of the little cahoots that they had on the side, I'm no longer dating somebody who is friends of who's friends of my friend. Cause that shit just gets messy, and this situation has gotten messy real fast. So that's also another reason. Like, I don't think I have to give a reason for why I didn't want to date somebody, but just in case he's watching this video, which I know he is because he's literally my biggest fucking fan, clearly, is the biggest reason besides, you know, me not being ready. I don't think that was like a good enough I don't think that was a good enough reason for him. But another reason why I just did not date him is because he made me very uncomfortable. Pause. Alexa, stop timer. But we were like, I was trying to get to know him, like, as friends. He would like still make comments and try to do stuff with me that was very date-like. For instance, the first time him and I were like supposed to hang out, we were supposed to, he was supposed to teach me how to skate. And then we were supposed to go see Nope in theaters because like I hadn't seen Nope and I really wanted to see Nope. But the way that he was talking about it was like we were going on a date. And I under no means have ever said to him, ooh, let's go on a date. Cause I told y'all and I told him from the get-go, I did not see him like that. So when he started being fucking weird with me, like he was like, y'all, when I tell y'all he was acting weird with me, like the way that he was talking to me and talking about me to our mutual friend, because then our mutual friend, of course, came and told me, I was like, oh, this nigga like wants me. This nigga wants me. So then it got to like a certain point. Like, for instance, he used to make comments about coming to my house, but it just being him. Let me remind y'all, I did not know this nigga. I still to this day do not know shit that's like not surface level about this nigga by any fucking means. But he used to make like comments about that and I'd be like, oh, right? But he used to tell our mutual friend, because our mutual friend was like, y'all, bro, like, that's weird. Like, Todd, like, why would you go to her house just it being you and not us? And he would be like, man, if something happens, something happens. And shit gonna happen because, nigga, I don't want you. I don't. Never claimed to. And I told you from the get-go, I didn't. He just literally could not take no for an answer. So the more weird that he started to act, the more I started to cancel on him. The more I stopped answering his text messages, the more that I like didn't want to be around him. He used to like just tweet shit and like just at me for no reason. I'd be like, bro, you're like my, like, I think sometimes he would think that I was joking. I think that I tweeted out one time, I was like, bro, I literally don't know you. And if you read it, it can sound like, oh, two friends just being cheeky. But I literally meant that. Nigga, I don't know you. He proceeded on, like, just being, like, fucking weird. So, we rescheduled, like, hella time. Like, I wanted to be friends with him because they're, like, it's like, he's, like, to me, the reason I think why I tried like so hard, I guess, to like make the friendship work was, one, I don't like being awkward with people, and like I told you before, he's like the best friend of like one of my best friends, like one of my closest friends, and I love her more than anything in the world. So of course I'm gonna try and get along with the nigga that she friends with, obviously. So that's part of the reason why I made it. I tried to make it work. That's why I constantly, you know, when he was like, "Oh, okay, well, let's reschedule." I was like, "Okay, well, okay, let's, you know, maybe let's try to reschedule. How about we don't come to my house? I don't want to hang out with that nigga at my house by any means." Like, for instance, when I scheduled with him the second time, I was like, "Okay, you can come to my house, and then we can ride the bus together to the park." Or we can meet at the park, or we can, you know, whatever, because that, like, when I say he kept on actively pursuing me, when I was telling him, "I don't want you, you're such a great friend, you know, you my nigga, you know, we pals, you know, shucks," type shit. Are you understand what I'm saying? I also am a strong believer. You cannot be friends with someone that you like. I know that from firsthand experience, but you literally cannot be friends with someone that you like. So because of that, I proceeded to continue to try to ghost him. When I tell y'all, he texts me literally every day, knowing that I work every day, knowing that my phone is constantly on Do Not Disturb. All of my friends know my phone is constantly on Do Not Disturb because I'm always at fuck ass work and I hate it there, but it's always on Do Not Disturb. But he would constantly like text me every single day. And so let me tell y'all, this is how, I guess this was like his last straw or whatever the fuck. So as you guys know, my wonderful 20th birthday had passed, but before my 20th birthday had like passed, I was like talking to somebody, right, at the time, and he was of male sex. So I was talking to him for a little bit. We had like met when I was at work. I really liked him. I was really feeling him. And even like in the midst of all of this, y'all, mind y'all, I'm like ghosting like because now, I said his name again. Kai, stop. I'm ghosting like Todd because it's almost like it's getting excessive. So I ended up tweeting out this tweet. I was like, "Y'all, I told Keeson about this person that I was talking to and how well it was going." And this girl was like, "I hope y'all cut." Like, it was something like that. It was something like real funny along those lines. I'll put the tweet up here for Cam. I ended up finding out, right, from this mutual friend, that this nigga, first of all, he asking like questions about my shit. He starts asking this our mutual friend like all these fucking questions, like, she talking to somebody else, has he been to her house, whatever the fuck, like acting like I owe him something. But let me break this down for y'all. So I've told this nigga not only once but twice that I'm not interested in anything romantically with him. Do y'all have y'all pen and papers out? Because I feel like we should write this down. I've told him on numerous occasions that I was not romantically interested in him. I made sure that I called him like friend a lot, because y'all know that I naturally call people boo, I call people bae, I call people bookie, I call people stinker butt. But everybody knows that's like a joke. That's just the way I go. But with him, if it didn't slip out of my mouth, I tried very hard to not call him those things, because I'm pretty sure that his ass would like misread the message, because that's exactly what he was doing, misreading the message consistently. That's why I canceled on him consistently, because he was making me, y'all, uncomfortable, and he was not seeing the signs. Like, it wasn't like he was like, "Ooh, I really, you know, I like," he was just like being a fucking weirdo. The things that I used to hear him say, or the things that he like say to like the mutual friend, the things that he used to like say to me, or just the atmosphere, just the vibe that I used to give for him. Those of y'all know I'm very intuitive. He just gave weird vibes with me. He was very like thirsty. I think that's the word. Thirsty. Yes. Very much that. He like, I told him on numerous, I don't know how many times I have to reiterate this, y'all. I told him on numerous occasions, I do not want I do not want to romantically pursue you. He called himself mad because I was talking to somebody. Bitch, I'm not grown. Like his feelings were genuinely hurt. Not because, and then he said I led him on, which that was fucking comedic to me. Because in order to lead someone on, you have to make them think that there is a chance of romance. I would have to flirt with him back if there was a chance at romance. However, I never did. In fact, I told him from the jump, I don't want you. After that, I think that's when he finally got the message. After I posted that tweet, I did not hear from that nigga for days. Low key. That was the most quiet in my life. It's like my life kind of went back to normal, honestly. It was actually very pleasant for me. Because I cringed when he used to text me. I used to cringe because it was always on some bullshit. He was forcing the conversation. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, he literally, okay, I don't want to talk about this, but I feel like there needs to be some reasoning as to why I feel the way that I feel, and I feel like I should talk about this. So when I was a sophomore in high school, I was in band, and I was SA'd by a mutual, like he was just like this situation, he was a friend of a friend. It was a joke that went on too far and it kept on going. And I constantly was telling people who were there, hey, I'm very uncomfortable. And this dude, the nigga who did it, he liked me and I did not like him back. Mind y'all, we were in band together and they consistently was like making me uncomfortable. I have literally not talked about this. Literally the only people who know about this is so crazy because I'm not even friends with them anymore. Todd reminds me exactly of that nigga. Same energy and everything. And when I tell y'all what this nigga said to me when I told him that he made me uncomfortable, it's gonna make y'all mad because it made me so furious. So because of that experience that I had, and I was like essayed in high school, and I was telling nigga, you make me uncomfortable, and all that other good kind of shit, and they were kind of like playing it off like it wasn't that fucking deep. That's why I feel the way I feel about Todd. Todd literally, y'all, Todd did not know boundaries. He did not know how to really, like, talk to people. Like, he was very much like, I don't know how to explain it, but I actually kind of, them two niggas actually might know each other now that I think about it. I haven't really, I literally have not told a lot of people about it because I try to forget about it a lot of the times, but it's very, 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 like, an important part of this story because now y'all kind of understand why his persistence and him, like, ignoring me telling him, hey, I'm not interested in you romantically, you're kind of, being weird, me trying to ghost him, me canceling on him every time we make plans. You think that he'd kind of get it, but it took for me to talk about me talking to somebody else for him to finally get the picture. I'm not talking to you. We were never talking. That was never a thing that was going on type shit. So then I don't hear from him for a couple days. Cool, my life's going by fine, whatever. Until he texts me out of the blue one day to tell me that there's a job opening where he's working at, and obviously I've been trying to work at that place for like a really, really, really long time, but when he does it, he like sneak dissing me, right? And I'm like, bro, where is this animosity like coming from? Like, what is this, right? And so then I was like, okay, I don't care no more. Like, I literally was like, okay, I don't care no more. And later that day, I saw one of my friends and I was talking to her about it, and I was like upset because I was like, why did you text me then? You literally did not have to text me. He literally could have kept that shit to himself. I really think that he just texted me so that he could be an asshole to me and get his sassy ass little 2 cents in. Because that's literally all it was. So after that, literally after that, I'm chilling, right? I literally do not think about this nigga. He literally stops texting me, stops doing whatever, stops whatever, and my life kind of goes on. I really don't really hear about this nigga until this mutual friend brings up that allegedly this nigga been talking shit about me to them. Y'all, let me literally reiterate to y'all our relationship with each other. He is the friend of my best friend. He's a guy who liked me in high school, who I literally before we started hanging out with each other, I had to literally talk to one time. He had the opportunity in high school to try and talk to me. He literally did. He had the opportunity, but he didn't. I probably would have dated him. I dated ugly niggas in high school all the fucking time. High school literally would have been the perfect time for him to shoot his shot. Not even joking, right? He was talking about how he had been nothing but good to me. Nigga, you have never even done anything for me. When I tell him, this nigga has never even bought me a Snickers. Never bought me anything at the mall. Never, he was, and I'm not saying, you have to buy me shit in order to get with me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, he was acting like I owed him something. I was gonna say because, but I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I really wish I knew the reason why he felt so entitled. And then, what's so crazy is as his mutual friend was telling me all this shit that he was saying. First of all, I aspire to be as delusional as that nigga is. That is the most delusional nigga I have ever met in my life, and it is so impressive. So y'all know me, I don't like there to be a miscommunication with people. I don't like to be depicted as a terrible person, especially if my intentions are completely innocent. I don't like being depicted that way. However, I need to learn how to no longer care, because then I'll run into crazy ass niggas like this, and then it'll ruin my whole day. I proceed to text him, y'all, because I did not want there to be beef, because I don't like having beef with people, and if there is beef, it's literally one-sided. Y'all know why? Because I don't know that nigga! I'm gonna read to y'all what I said to him in detail. Okay, this is why I sent this nigga. Are y'all ready? Hold on, let me put some setting powder on my nose. I said, okay, so I didn't know that we had a problem until recently, but now that I do, I know, I feel like some miscommunication should be addressed. Number one, no one led you on, and in order to be led on, you have to be made to believe that there's a chance. I never made you believe that I was romantically interested in you. I told you from the jump where I was mentally, especially considered the situation I had just gotten out of. Number two, if I never intended out on hanging out with you and genuinely and innocently kicking it with you like we were homies, I wouldn't have sent you my address. I honestly wanted to hang out with him because I wanted to learn how to skate. It's a skill that I've always wanted to learn. And I wanted, someone who was my homie to teach me, not somebody who had the intentions of befriending me and later fucking me. I think that is I need to talk about this because I need y'all to understand how serious this shit is. If you're a nigga and you befriend a girl with the intentions of later sleeping with her, you are a sick fucking individual, and I just want you to know that. When I was in high school, the nigga who did this to me, it wasn't until literally till I told him. Because it's so crazy because he didn't even know it was sexual assault. He didn't even think that he sexually assaulted me. He thought that it was just a fucking joke and he was just playing around with me. And it wasn't until I told him later. Now he has a family, he has kids now. And that's so crazy to me, but I then proceeded to say, the only reason I befriended you is because you're friends with with all due respect, you're cool people, but I don't know you. In high school, I knew you as a dude who liked me, but never said anything to me, and that was it. I'm not gonna lie. Wait, what did I say? I'm not gonna lie, there's been some comments that, what, girl? I think I said something, there were some comments about him, that comments that he made about me that had gotten back to me, and I said, you could have texted me for clarity instead of shit talking me, being passive aggressive, and unfollowing me on everything because you're hurt. You could have came to me, we could have hashed this shit out like adults. I really feel like you never really saw me as your friend, but more as a potential love interest, and that's why I wasn't eager to hang out with you. Lastly, bro, you don't know what the fuck I got going on. I real life thought we was cool after that whole HEB shit, and just for some clarification, my nigga, you are being catty as fuck for literally no reason. The situation wasn't even that deep to me, and by the time dinner came, I literally forgot about it. I'm texting you because I real life think there should be clarification on my end as to why I act towards you the way that I do. You don't have to say shit else to me after this if you don't want to, but you don't get to sit here and victimize yourself without understanding how your actions affect others. I literally told him I was not eager to hang out with him is because he saw me as a potential love interest. And that was my way of telling him that he made me uncomfortable, because he did. Y'all, that nigga genuinely made me uncomfortable. This nigga, hold on, let me tell y'all something. This nigga did not respond once to me, not twice to me after I blocked him, but he responded back to me 3 or 4 times. He quadruple texted me. First time he texted me was, he sent me a screenshot of, that it was I ain't reading all that, good luck. He sent me that shit, right? And to which I responded to him being bro, you need professional help. I'm not even joking. Nigga, you need serious help. A bitch tell you she don't want to hang out with you because you make them uncomfortable. You're eagerly trying to pursue a relationship with them after they told you they don't want that. Not only that, you're being catty and when girls say niggas is sassy, we're not talking about niggas who talk about their feelings, they're very emotionally mature. We're talking about niggas who get their feelings hurt because a bitch says she don't want anything romantically to do with them, and so then they proceed to try to befriend her to maybe think, oh, if we become friends then maybe she'll fall in love with me, and we don't, and so then they get their feelings hurt and they start doing shit like this. These are the sassy niggas, not the emotionally intelligent niggas. We not talking about y'all. We talking about niggas like these. The nigga proceeded to respond with womp womp, and I was like, okay, cool, blocked his phone number, moved on with my life, whatever. Until I woke up in the morning. I don't know if you guys know, if you block somebody on your phone but you have another Apple device, you can get those blocked message on your Apple device. I woke up to 3 text messages to this nigga talking about, oh my, low-key, y'all, I didn't even read that shit, but I'm gonna put it up there. But I really felt, I didn't know who the fuck he was trying to convince that he didn't care. I don't know if it was me or if it was him. Because after I fucking blocked him, I did not say anything else to that nigga. He was really trying to convince himself that he didn't care. Because I'm gonna tell y'all why I know he fucking cared. Just like the fanboy that he is, he made me telling him that he needed professional help his header on Twitter. At this point, bro, I'm gonna need you to get a plan B or hop up or something, because the dick riding is crazy. Bro, hop up, get off your knees, wipe your mouth, bro. The dick riding is incredible. Oh my god, that shit makes me so physically upset, because it's literally niggas like that who bitches don't be feeling comfortable around. Because y'all, when I tell y'all, I told the mutual friend that I didn't feel comfortable with him because he was being weird, talking about coming to my house. And I told him, I literally told him too. I told him I wasn't comfortable with just him spending the night at my house. I literally told him that. If I can find the messages, I'm gonna put it up here. But I remember telling him that I wasn't comfortable with just him coming over. I told him, I was like, you can come over with, I told him you can come over with Sue and Sally, maybe, but you can't come over on your own. That's weird. That's about the situation. Low-key, the shit, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it triggered the fuck out of me, because I felt like I was in high school all over again, after that whole experience. Because it's niggas like this nigga who in their mind they curate their own reality. Like they really think shit gonna go their way because they put the effort towards it. Cause y'all, it did not matter how many times I told this nigga I didn't want him, how many, like he would run back to this mutual friend. I like her, like bro, she not fucking with me, she did it. Wait, before I put my lip gloss on, hold on. Good one. I usually put on setting spray, but I don't know. Setting spray hasn't been doing it for me. I'm gonna put on mascara. Ooh, that way. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm saying all of this to say, I'm not making this videos to freaking embarrass him, because the only way that people are ever gonna know that this video is about him is if he directly comes out and is like, man, fuck Planet Kai, fuck that bitch. That's the only way people are ever gonna know that this is about you. So unless you want that embarrassment, go ahead, tell people, I don't care. However, I'm also making this so that at some point you can realize maybe what you did wrong, cause like, but also, so people also, one, if you're a girl and you're watching this, or if you're a guy, because listen, I know bitches be crazy too. I am one, you know? Y'all can kind of like, one, laugh at the situation, because that was kind of funny, actually. After, like, when I'm editing this video, I'm probably gonna be laughing, editing this video, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. But, you know, I don't think I really have anything else. I really don't think that nice guys exist, y'all. I'm so serious. Like nice guys who say, I'm a nice guy, you're not a nice guy. You're not a nice guy. You're a terrible person. It literally without fail every time. It like, have y'all seen,
Nice guys finish last, that's why I'll treat you like trash. It's not what I really wanna do, but you only date bad guys, so I'll give it my best try to treat you where you want me to.
I never open the door or pull out a chair. You can tell me what your name is, but I don't give it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jesus. Just be decent human beings, y'all. I promise. If you stay true to yourself and you're nice and you're sweet to people, not even if you're nice and sweet to people. Some girls like me niggas. Some bitches love me niggas, bro. Be yourself. I promise you, there's going to be someone out there who's going to choose you, who's going to love you. And it's so crazy because Todd in the past has like talked to me about his love life. He's been like, yeah, like nah, like she played me, fuck her, Now that I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about it, I don't think homegirl was the problem. I literally, oh my fucking gosh, Kai, don't even get into it no more. It's not even worth the effort. Anyway, this one I'm wearing to go see my brother. I've already worn this before, so I probably should put on something else, but I don't really feel like it. I'm just putting this on so I can take pictures. So I haven't taken any in a really long time. Anyway, I hope you guys are very hydrated, and I hope you guys kind of, to some certain extent, enjoyed this story time to get ready with me. Like, I'm literally just venting to y'all about this shit that's like going on in my life. I literally have so much else more to vent about if you really want to hear about it. Or if you don't, like, I get it. Bitch, I talk too much. This video is probably way too long. Anyway, guys, stay hydrated. Love yourself. If you sneeze during this video, bless you. Peace out, guys. Not me doing Tobuscus outro. Alright, bye, guys. Ah! Okay.
Shout out to my mother and my father, didn't pull out. MSG sell out. Fuck these niggas yap out. Whips on whips, my ancestors got the backside. 24500 stacks for the hood. Call me lumberjack, cause I wish a nigga would. Whereas you ain't like I, this the wish a nigga could. Face thing, getting people like they should.